Welcome to Soul Sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Sync. I am so excited to be here for this solo episode because I really wanted to give you the life update I know you've been waiting for. I'm officially here in Austin, Texas. Holy shit. This past week has just been the craziest week of my entire life. I've never had days go so fast and do so much in such a short period of time. And Taylor and I had joked because we missed our weekly therapy last week. I was so sad. We usually always record religiously on Wednesdays, but I left at 4 a.m. So we didn't get a chance to record. And she had told me, she was like, why don't you do a solo episode? You can talk about the move. And I decided the perfect timing for that would be when I'm here for you guys to get to see the aesthetic if you're watching on YouTube. But getting to tell you all the lessons, the signs, and everything that I learned throughout this entire trip, but also tell you all the tea about it. So I'm so motherfucking excited to be here. And honestly, I just want to start with gratitude. I feel like gratitude is a superpower. And you guys know, if you've been listening, I was super nervous about this move. Okay. Like I was so nervous about the drive. I have our two pets with me while Tom is away at camp right now. He got an amazing job opportunity. So he's there for the summer. And I decided to move to Austin because it was my dream. I still wanted to see that through. And I fucking did it. Like, I cannot get over that I did it. It was such a wild ride. I feel like I'll start with the drive just because you guys know how moving out of an apartment is. You have to sell all of your stuff. Oh, yeah. I sold all of my stuff, and don't you worry. Everything that I wanted fit in my car. I had been writing in my journal like every single thing I want fits in my car. Everything is going to fit in my car. And there's no way to actually know that. Like, that is kind of the definition of the unknown, right? Like, you can't necessarily see all of your stuff packed in this car. You have to believe. And let me tell you, I believed. So I'm so grateful to say that every single thing fit in my car, but I sold the rest of the furniture. I cleaned the place up. I sent the videos to the landlord, and boom, we're officially done with Charleston. And it was such a beautiful chapter. I feel like I learned so much about myself. I did so much healing, but I just feel like there was something missing, that sense of community, that fit lifestyle. Like everybody here, I'm so just inspired because they all go outside. They're always going on hot girl walks. Like the amount of dogs I see is just absolutely incredible. And this was really the vibe that I was looking for. So already I feel so at home. So I basically did all of that. And then I got onto the road at 4 a.m. and started my 20-hour drive. Oh, yeah. It was long, but you know what? I really want to say that with how nervous I felt and how much shadow work I had to do around my accident last year, and just, really programming into my brain that I'm an amazing driver, that I am just such a strong, independent woman. I could take anything that happens. It really wasn't that bad. I actually had a lovely time. I had the best time. I feel like I was just so supported the entire drive. Like, I had my client Cecilia, who basically mapped out everything. She is like a tech genius, and she mapped out my entire drive for me, so I knew where I was getting gas, I knew where I was staying so that I could get the hotel early. I knew how many hours it was going to take from each big major state that I was going to be stopping in, and I just felt so ready for the drive. By the time that I actually started, it was really 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 good for me because I felt like I needed that confidence when it came to finally doing the damn thing, because I've never driven more than like 7 hours, let alone doing that alone. So this was definitely a major step for me of, hey, like, how much can you do? How much can you handle? Like, let's try out this new thing, because traveling has always been such a major priority for me. I've always wanted to drive across the country. I actually really want to go towards Colorado and California and Sedona and see a lot of those areas. So now I know that I can do it. And I built that confidence. I'm just so proud of myself because I passed the test and I fucking did it. But I felt so supported because I started already knowing my drive, and I had planned the night before. So I got the hotel and I just felt like all of my ducks were in a row. So when it came to the actual drive, I was so prepared. I had my meal prep, so I had sandwiches, protein quest chips, protein shakes, protein bars. I even meal prepped some chicken and rice so that I had a meal at the hotel. So food was covered. I did stop for an ice cream because duh, we needed a little sugar to keep going, but I felt like I deserved it by hour like 15. So that's when I finally caved. But I was just like I'm just kind of keep saying so prepared, especially from the fitness aspect because you guys know that I'm a fitness coach. So getting my protein in is like a non-negotiable, even if I'm driving across the country. So I had prepped in that way, but I also downloaded a ton of podcasts. So I've been listening to the same couple of people right now. I've been loving Michaela J, of course. So I always listen to her on Wednesday. Jay Shetty has been one of my favorites. I've been really liking Marley Rose as well. And then I've also been listening to the Skinny Confidential. So I kind of downloaded like 4 to 5. Ooh, it's 555. How cute. But I kind of downloaded, sorry guys, that was my alarm to feed Nala and Boomy. So don't mind that. Of course, I put it on an angel number, but I had downloaded all of these podcasts so that I could easily play them. And let me tell you, it made the time go by so much faster. I also was so grateful because I had so many people call and check in on me. Like my best friend Maddie called, my best friend Tara. I got to talk to my friend Kylie, who I haven't talked to in a little bit. My clients called and checked in on me, which I just absolutely loved. And like I said, I felt so supportive throughout the way, not only with just like actual humans that are like alive, but also with just like I honestly kept feeling like my grandpa was with me. And he had come through to me in a journal session the night before I left. I was writing about how nervous I was, and I was like, I'm just releasing this fear. I'm gonna be okay. I can absolutely do this. And all of a sudden, I had heard in my head, like, hi, squirt. And this is kind of how I guess spirit will like channel and speak through me. I just hear them. And I hear my grandma a lot as well. And they were married for so many years and they raised me and they are my why. Like I want to make them proud. So they mean a lot to me, like a lot, a lot, a lot. So as soon as I heard that, immediately the tears started coming and I just started writing. Like at this point, I was just like, okay, I don't know what's going to come out, but I'm going to write. And he had basically told me that he was so proud of me, that all of this is just building up to such a beautiful future that I just have to go through these lessons right now in order to get the life that I truly desire, but also that I'm truly just meant to live. And he affirmed that I was meant to come here to Austin, Texas, and that I'm meant to do these beautiful things. And most importantly, that he supported me every step of the way. So it was absolutely insane how many angel numbers I saw, how many butterflies, how many dragonflies, which that is his specific sign for me. Is I was told by multiple psychics, two different psychics, that my grandfather sends me dragonflies and that he puts them right in my face because I'm always so busy. And they were driving over my car. Like I remember when I stopped at the first rest stop and Nala and I went, and Boomy, of course, he was on my back, but we went for our hot girl walk. I was actually at a state park in Alabama. It was fucking gorgeous. And when I parked my car, there was a dragonfly flying all around the top of my car. And I was just like, I see you. I hear you. Thank you so much. So, seeing those signs, having the actual support, my confidence over this drive just built and built and built. And I'm just so glad that I did it. Once I finally got here, I was so ready. I felt like I had just seen every single sign and I was just so supported throughout it that I was like, yes, I know this is exactly where I need to be. I mean, shit, when I went to the hotel room, I walked in, the clock was 444. I was like, are you kidding? That is incredible. So I got here, and basically, the first couple of days were just me running around. I manifested all the best deals off of Facebook Marketplace. Like, I fucking love it. There was this guy, and he was so lovely. He was moving out, and he ended up selling me. I just wanted the bamboo organizer. Like, I don't know about you guys, but gold silverware is my shit. I've never had it before, but I've always seen it on Pinterest, and I'm like, that is so bougie. And I'm a gold girly. So I was like, I want gold silverware. So I saw this beautiful organizer for $4 and I was like, okay, totally worth $4. It would look amazing with my gold silverware. I'm going to get it. And he had told me, he was like, oh, I'm moving out. Like, if you need anything, let me know. And I was like, okay, like I have like a gold and white theme. Like, I want like a very cream, welcoming, high vibe, boho theme when it comes to my apartment. So if you have anything you think I'd like, let me know. And he was like one of the first people I reached out to. He gave me all of his bathroom, like everything for $10. I'm talking about the organizers, that for the shampoo and conditioner, he gave me 2 of those, a trash can, the toilet cleaner. He gave me 2 different toothpaste things, 3 different soap like containers, all for $10 plus 2 white mats for the shower and for the toilet. I was like, $10 for all of this? You just designed my whole bathroom and I didn't have to do a damn thing. Like it was fucking awesome. And it was for his guest bath too. So he was like, I've honestly never had company. I just wanted the aesthetic to look nice. So I bought it. And I was like, bet. So it's not even used. Fucking amazing. I was like literally in love. And I ended up getting all of the best things. My coach gave me her bed. Her dining room table is a fucking amazing. And I loved it because I was listening to her podcast on my way and she was talking about, she was like, you know what? I was so sad to like leave my desk behind. I've made so much money with it. And I was like, okay, Michaela, I'll take that, like I'll use it. I'll put it to good use. I'll make you proud having that desk, So I was just cracking up and it ended up fitting my aesthetic perfectly. I fucking love it. And it's so funny because I ended up manifesting this beautiful cabinet and I was like, "Ooh, what if I paint it?" So I ended up painting it light pink. I'm still in the process of working on it, but it was $25 for a huge bookcase. Like you should have seen Katie, my cousin, and I trying to get this shit in. It was hilarious. But I'm just like, "Oh my god, like when you just listen to your intuition because every time I found something, my intuition was like, "You should check Facebook Marketplace." Like take a break from doing what you're doing, kind of give yourself a rest and just, kind of like scope things out. Look at your vision, look at what you want. And I manifested all these fucking amazing things. So I was just like the whole weekend, such a high vibe. But I'm also one of those people that, like, once I start something, I need to keep going. So I could not stop until this apartment is complete. Like, it is Tuesday, okay? I got the keys and moved in at 11 o'clock Friday. And I was done by last night with absolutely everything. The only thing I have to finish is painting the cabinet, but I figured like that's fun and it actually looks really good half painted. So I'm like, I'm not in a rush, but I'll probably finish that very soon too, knowing me. But I just feel like the whole time I was like, oh my God, I'm manifesting. I'm having so much fun. And I really just wanted to tell you guys about this because, a lot of people say that moving is one of the top 5 stressors, right? Especially moving across the country. And I'll be honest, I do agree with that. I do agree that there were stressful moments. There were little shitty 5 minutes where I broke down crying, like, oh my God, it's not coming together, and having that fear and having that scarcity. But sitting here looking at my apartment, getting to do a podcast with you guys, I really just get to take a moment to be like, I fucking did it. I did the damn thing. Like, I wanted this more than anything in the world. And a lot of people didn't understand. They didn't understand, like, Sammy, how can you feel so called to a place you've never been before? Even with my business, Sammy, that's not practical. That's not stable. Like, what if you lose your clients? I've had people straight to my face tell me the worst of the worst that could happen. But I think the difference between them and me is that I know my desires are meant for me and they want me just as bad. When it came to me quitting my full time job and going all in on coaching, I did that 3 months in and nobody understood the logic behind it. But I knew that coaching and doing this kind of work was my passion. And it was just such confirmation when my clients all got together and I literally might choke up because every time I think about it, I fucking cry. But my clients got together. They asked me and tricked me for my wish list, and they delivered 5 boxes to my apartment for my move in date on Friday and surprised me with all of my non negotiables. I'm talking sheets, my comforter, Nala's dog bowl, because I couldn't unfortunately fit that in my car. And that one I was a little so anyway. I really did want the white and the gold, which is exactly what they got me. They got me this cute little mat that says, "You look good," that I have right under under my sink. So every time I meal prep, I get to look at that. They got me a new journal, candles, toilet paper, dishwasher soap, laundry detergent, paper towel. Like I could go on and on with the things that they got me. And I honestly sat there hysterically crying because one, nobody has ever done something so nice and thoughtful for me. Like I was so shocked. I had no idea. But two, they they are my calling, you know? Like they allow me to live out my dream and coach and go on hot girl walks and go to the gym and inspire and help and not only change their lives but change their kids' lives because they're living the life of their dreams and they allow me to do that. So the fact that they spent their time, their money, and their energy looking to support me, like it just makes me feel so grateful because that goes to show that like I am impacting them and I love them and they love me so much that they did that and it just it means the world to me. It means the world to me. So needless to say there are so many emotions, so many just just I don't even know, so many beautiful moments, I guess is the way that I would describe it, of my first here and getting to experience everything that I've wanted in real life. And I think there's such a beauty to the fact that I do get to do it alone too. Tom and I have accomplished so much in our relationship, and I am so grateful for that, man. But it's really cool because I've never gotten the chance to live alone before. We moved out right out of my parents' house, and I know he's the one, but I get to experience this on my own and I'm just learning so much about myself and I'm sure he is learning so much about himself too out in the wilderness getting to be MIA that we wouldn't have learned if we didn't take this time. So and there's so much gratitude and, of course, sadness because I miss him so much. But I'm also just like, holy shit, this is an amazing experience. And one of the things that I've just been thinking about this whole time is like, how can I make the most of it? As it's literally 606, an angel number. How can I learn as much as possible about myself, experience as much as possible with myself, ask myself questions maybe I would have never asked myself before because now I have so much time. I have so much space and I get to just be in my own energy. And I honestly think that's something that every single person needs, no matter how old you are, what age, what gender, where you live. Like, I think that we all need in our adult lives time to recollect ourselves and think like, ooh, who do I want to be? How do I want to live? What things would I be doing when I have free time? And it's so exciting because I've been loving painting that cabinet and I actually got another manifestation, a hammock that I can't wait for it to deliver. And I have a vision of me having an like easel outside and me painting because I have a pool view. I have a beautiful tree right in front of me. I hung fairy lights on the railing and I just see myself painting. And that's something that I used to love to do in high school, but it's not something that I make a lot of time for now. But that's something I want to because, like I said, I have so much time, I have so much space, I have so much energy. So I really encourage you guys, like, as you're listening to this, how would you want your dream life to be? How would you decorate your dream apartment? What would you be doing if you had 3 months to yourself where you just got to do whatever the fuck you wanted, right? And you got to focus on you. It's healing girl era, it's healthy girl era, it's self-love era because you have all of that time and that space and that energy for you. Knowing that you are fully surrounded in every single area of your life and everything's going to just come right back together as soon as summer ends, right? You have this beautiful opportunity. what would you do with it? And for me, I've been visualizing going to meditation classes, going to breathwork classes, going to yoga classes. These are things I love to do. But truthfully, I really only do them when I go on my retreats with Michaela. And that's why I love it so much, because it's days of just doing all these spiritual things, of having that self love, of having that self care, of doing this healing work and connecting with myself in this beautiful way. And I had dedicated in Bali that I was gonna connect with myself in a way that I was fucking meant to. I was gonna listen to my gifts. I was gonna channel who I need to channel, like I did with my grandpa. I was gonna be open, and my intuition has just felt stronger than ever. I feel so called to do these things. Like I was telling my stepdad this morning, I was saging and Palo Santoing outside because I felt called to do it on my porch. And there were multiple people walking by. And guess what? I didn't give a fuck. Like, coming from a girl who used to be called crazy for doing this stuff by people she loved the most, to now doing it in front of strangers and just authentically being me in my heart, who I want to be. It is just such a major accomplishment. And it just goes to show that you can do it. You can do it too. You just have to figure out who that version of you is, and you have to go after her or him, no matter what is happening in your life, no matter what other people say, and just follow your calling. Follow your calling, because it wants you as badly as you want it. So, I really hope with this short episode of just updating you guys that, one, I'm safe and sound. Two, we're fucking already back in routine. Like, I did my client check ins today. Oh, the balloons. Thank you. Celebrate me, universe. But I did my client check ins today. I went to the gym today. Okay. I'm still doing all of the things that I want to do and prioritizing myself, prioritizing my business. And I didn't miss a fucking beat. I still just kept showing up as I would every single day. And I think that having somebody tell you it's possible can be such a superpower, because you might be thinking about your goal, your dream. Maybe you want to move out of the country. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to quit your job. Maybe you want some more you time, and you want a period of life where you get to ask yourself who you really are. Maybe you're just feeling called for such a bigger purpose that you don't even fully understand yet, but you know you have to trust and you have to follow your inner guidance. I want you to know you're not alone. You are so rare and you are so beautiful, and it is so possible. So follow your dreams, follow your calling. I want you to ask yourself all of these questions, and maybe you'll audio yourself about it. Maybe you'll journal about it. Maybe you'll just sit with it. Whatever you feel called to do, I want you to do it. And I want you to do it right after listening to this podcast. Don't even skip a beat. Just start now, because there's no reason why you can't, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. So, I love you guys so much. I am so just uberly excited to continue sharing this journey and this next chapter of my life, and you guys seeing just all of it come together so beautifully. And yeah, I'm just so pumped. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. You guys already know where to find us. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys just go do your homework, because it's very important, like I said, right after this. And I will talk to you soon. All right, babes. Love you. Bye.